All right, folks, welcome back. It's semifinal time. We've got the 1 seed, Kovalova and Wright, who survived a battle with Leah Jansen and Colin Johns, winning in 3. Jesse Irvine, Julian Arnold looking good for their first ever pro match tournament together. Easy for me to say. I want to thank all the volunteers. Want to thank the pickleball tournament staff. I want to thank the referees. We've got Alan Roman and Don Morgan. Thank the PPA team who makes this all happen. This is going to be a barn burner here. Lucy Kovalova to serve. Let's play pickleball. So we're going to get a lot of volume and excitement out of Arnold. Irvine is going to be there to support. No, let's go. All right. There you see Pace walking around.
1-0-2.
Third shot drive, fifth shot drive. There's the bite he gets on the ball there. Beautiful. Matt Wright with the foot fault. Clearly on the line there. Great call by Alan Roman. Ooh. So quickly for Irvine and Arnold. Arnold having a great weekend here so far in the semis of mixed, is in the championship of men's singles on Sunday, where he'll face the Cher Bear, Ryan Sherry. Okay. Our first Andiamo. Nice two-hander, stays well in the court.
2-0-1.
Nice job of refereeing. Let's not make anyone have to serve in a hurry because the 10-second shot clock is running. Good job, Alan Roman. Recall the score. So Kovalova is sliding to that backhand that she loves and knows that pace is coming.
3-0-1.
Arnold has gotten the best of that so far. And that somehow stays in. And as we mentioned earlier when they were on center court, this is a dangerous team. With the cool calm of Irvine. And just as I say that, just blast the forehand deep.
4-0-2.
Want to know why he made the singles final. Look at those first few, but Kovalova and Wright they've seen this fish before.
0-4-1.
Let's deflect that. Let him hit himself out, which is what happened there. And it is Irvine with the volume there. That's what this team can do. They can feed off each other. It's a great start for Irvine and Arnold. Tremendous hands by Kovalova there.
4-0-2.
So you got to just stand there and wait till the miss comes. It came on the 4th ball and the 5th ball there.
I got it. Now.
Second serve. 0-4-2.
And it's Jesse Irvine who makes a tactical mistake, in my opinion, speeding it up at Matt Wright there. Just waiting on that. Then gets a missed third. So they are on the board. So 1-4.
4-1-1.
Kovalova and Wright don't play any games with who's going where. But that's the benefit. Look at how far Wright has to come. Split steps, but can't get back to the middle.
5-1-1.
It's a good deep serve. Same setup. And Wright and Kovalova called timeout partially because of the score and partially because they need to decide what they're going to do to unwind the stack. Irvine and Arnold looking great here in game 1. We'll be right back. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Dave Fleming here, and the top seeds are down big here in game 1, but they've been down before and come back. So let's see if they've found just a little strategy to quell this on Diamo. And there's a nice dink in the middle that got some confusion. Again, first time playing together, so it's not a bad place to put the ball.
6-1-2.
Thanks for tuning in, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or Selkirk TV. Aggressive there. Love Selkirk's got the labs going on. They're
1-6-1.
bringing out the new look paddle that was out before, that Regal line that's black and gold. I wonder why I love that one. And Matt Wright and Lucy looking very calm here within 4. Big grunty finish there after Arnold had done some good work himself with the dinks, but the long arm of the lawyer
3-6-1.
makes it 3-6-1. And again, that's part of the budget with Arnold. He's going to go for a lot of stuff. Most of it's in. There will be a miss. Just don't want the budget to be overdrawn.
5-6-1.
Irvine seems to be okay after taking that flick I don't think it got her in the eye. She seems to be okay.
Let's go.
Okay, so we're getting chatty here.
6-6-2.
You.
Point. 7-6-2.
The first seed has come all the way back. Kovalova and Wright lead. Okay. Julian Arnold fired up. And a lot of staring down from Arnold, 7 apiece.
7-7-1.
See if they return to Jesse here just to settle that down. They do indeed. I heard Irvine say stay there, and he still didn't move all the way out of the way, but they got away with it. Arnold has not been on the right much in this match at all, so let's see how this works. Irvine very comfortable dinking on that side.
Yeah, great shot.
And here is all the fire
8-7-1.
of Arnold. They're up 1. Irvine trying to settle it down with the inferno that is her partner. Nice finish by Wright. Gets the paddle clap from Arnold. And this is tremendous semifinal pickleball here. Sometimes that shorter return can actually force a miss from somebody that's driving because there's just not enough court to leave a swing of that variety in. Oh. Inside out with no pace.
7-8-2.
Arnold telling Irvine, I'm in it. I don't think anyone was questioning that. Okay. No harm done, and Irvine and Arnold get the ball back. Up 1, game 1, semifinal 1.
8-7-1.
And the roars continue.
9-7-1.
Big swings. Can only imagine what's going on in Irvine's head as she watches this, tries to maintain her level of cool and calm. That's going to be a weird ball. It's Kovalova with the finish, so keeps them from getting to 10. What a battle here. Again, first pro tournament together for Arnold and Irvine. They choose not to switch. Oh. Remember that one if they get this point. They got one stop. Let's see if they keep them there. Yep, they're not switching. And Arnold fakes a big swing, goes for the roll, finds the tape, 8-9-2. And it is Irvine and Arnold who win the exchange with Matt right there, and they get the ball back up 9-8.
9-8-1.
See if they keep it away from him. No, he's coming with heat. Irvine, unbelievable reset there.
Yeah. Let's go. Come on, Jeff. Don't cheer on the big boy. Right here, this point.
And we have a game point for Arnold and Irvine. The fifth shot drive catches the tape there. Game point 2. Great deep return, can't drive it. And just deep. 2 tremendous balls from Kovalova there.
8-10-1.
They have saved game points on this very court on this very afternoon. Will it continue? Jesse Irvine with great defense there and keeping it in safe places.
8-10-2.
Let's see this ball. Ooh. Wow. Very tight to the line. Can't call it, can't see it for sure. 9-10.
9-10-2.
Yeah.
Great job by Arnold of not scooching his feet forward, which would have caused a fault. And they get game point number 3 at 10-9.
10-9-1.
And the fifth shot drive creates a winning. So it is the 4 seed and the Andiamo. And the cool of Jesse Irvine and Wright and Arnold are still talking right now, I can tell you, at the exchange. Still having conversation over here. So there's a lot left to be unpacked here. The players are yapping. The fans are loving it. We'll be back with game 2. It's the 4 seed up, winning game 1, 11-8. What a game number 1 we just had as our first semifinal. So we see Alan Roman having a little discussion with Arnold and Irvine. And there you see some of the discussion from earlier. We'll see if that carries over. Brandon French got his GPS to work, so he's back.
Yeah.
Found the booth here for game 2.
Got some strawberries, Dave. I'm ready to go.
Good. Appreciate your healthy habits. And Wright might have affected the ball of Kovalova's. He came aggressively at that one.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes when you're the female player. You're expected
yeah.
to be, you know, if he takes it, he takes it. If not, be
You're
ready for
supposed to be ready. Just deep on that. And this is the last thing Wright and Kovalova wanted, just to let this energy train continue. Irvine leaves it short. Okay. Good start for Irvine and Arnold, though. You heard Irvine say, "I got it." Never got to her paddle, Brandon.
No. No, Julian must not have heard her. That's the only explanation.
Wow. Off the tape. Sorry, not sorry from Irvine. She is just dialed in. I mean,
Both of them are.
She knows that she's got this volcanic partner, and she is like the perfect complement to this.
Just sitting back there, looks like she's just playing in her local game, resetting when she needs to, doing what she has to.
Unable to add to the lead, so let's see if Wright and Kovalova can, again, tantalize Arnold with some balls and get the misses that they got, like on those last 2 points. Make him dink. Okay. So that's the answer here. Is we got to just, for Wright and Kovalova, mix up the play a little bit here.
Yeah, you got to take them out of their rhythm, Dave. When Julian gets going, speeding up. We saw it earlier today.
I mean, he's hitting just BBs. BB returns, BB force. He don't care.
Nope. It's a good feeling when it's on your paddle.
Yes, it is. And the guaranteed rate sponsored players do not get the benefit of the guaranteed rate net there.
Some tight nets today, Dave.
Tight nets.
Yeah, a lot of balls get stuck up on that tape.
And Irvine welcomes that ball from Wright. Because she's a little off the line. That gives her a little extra time, but she doesn't lose any pace because of how big her two-hander is.
Well, right, and then as soon as she counters, Julian's waiting for that next ball.
And again, come on, Jesse, let's do it, he says, and they're up 4-1 in game 2. We heard him confidently but not out of control say Triple Crown. This would give a second, if they can pull this off, that would give him a second ticket to Championship Sunday. Now there is a long way to go in this match, folks, so I'm not going to get ahead of myself. But
And who's he playing men's with, Dave? Do you know?
he is playing, I do know. Gorgeous point there by all players. And is that what brings the first seeds back to the front of the pack?
Yeah, Matt had to defend 3 or 4. Really. Seems like he's playing with Spencer Smith. That's what the boys in the box are telling us.
Boys in the truck.
Yeah.
That is a correct update from the truck.
Yeah.
The truck's always on top of things.
And, you know, not to get ahead of ourselves, but that's a good partnership.
Great
Spencer's a very steady, very, you know, Dinksy's a real solid player. It's exactly what Julian needs, so he can kind of play his game.
Oh.
Is that?
And the crowd groans. Oh, and Matt Wright. Okay. Okay. So, Irvine calming. As you saw, there was, you know, our crew also caught the conversation between games. Now we had a peg.
Was that in the head?
Close.
Yeah.
So we got Arnold in the kitchen on the So, again, Irvine trying to get that underway. Let's take a look at this replay. Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right on top of it. Great. The truck is on fire right now.
And just like that, you know, sometimes the pegs they're not very nice, but it does kind of like take, you know, it sucks the energy out of the other team. And
oh, third shot lob. Look at that shot by Kovalova. And Wright feeling this match is like feeling the energy of everything. You know, the NHL playoffs are going on right now.
Yep.
Just the ebbs and flows of hockey and the crowd. The crowd is really into this match too. And Wright just went flying into the boards right there.
Are you you're a Canes fan, aren't you?
Absolutely. Let's
what
go.
I thought,
Game 3 tonight.
Oh yeah.
Up in Boston. We are in North Carolina. The North Carolina team is not here.
But we'll be watching.
So Kovalova and Wright, despite all of the shenanigans and incredibly high-level play, have the lead back.
It's weird because if I didn't see the scoreboard, I would say Julian and them are up 5 or 6 points right now this game.
That was a great, of all the great shots Arnold has hit in this, that right there was ridiculous. To be able to roll that off his shoelaces for a winner.
And make it unattackable.
Nice finish. There are stare downs galore on this court right now.
I don't know if he's staring at Julian, through Julian.
I'm pretty sure through. Boy, there's a cut tennis volley. Oh. And they have definitely poked the bear that is Matt Wright. It's a great finish there. Catches Arnold on the wrong foot. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, I would love for that to have gone in. Full speed lob volley there by Matt Wright that was in.
That's a tough shot, Dave.
There's no extra points for the degree of difficulty either. And now Kovalova speeding some stuff up. The gazes and intensity of this match are astounding.
Oh. And the just out on a ball that landed.
It landed in the third row.
Julian says he agrees with the call.
Yes. And that 4-1 lead is now an 8-5 deficit.
Doesn't seem like there's going to be any love loss after this one,
No,
Dave.
but this is, you know, this type of rivalry. I'm not saying these two teams have a rivalry because Irvine and Arnold have never played in a tournament together, but this is what makes sports fun.
Yeah,
Let's
I like
not make
seeing
it
both.
personal. I don't want it to be personal, but
I like seeing them get fired up.
yes.
We could be friends after day, but for now, let's
Okay. And Arnold with a silly flick down the middle. That was pure filth right there.
6-8-1.
Big drive coming.
oh, beautiful reset.
Arnold may never leave the state of North Carolina.
Oh, that's sneaky by
Kovalova. Oh my, Irvine. Shut up. Everybody on the court had an A+ shot in that rally.
Right serve, right side. 7-8-1. 7-8-1.
Alan Roman calls us back in, and they're within one here.
2 quick points.
Great hands by Kovalova. That's so hard to do. He's trying to dink to his backhand and just keep him the heck out of the middle with all of this. And Wright and Kovalova need a timeout, and that is exactly what they do. So crazy eights. Body language a little rough on the #1 seed side. So
Yep.
the pot is boiling here in Charlotte. We will be right back with the conclusion of game 2. Don't you dare miss it. All right, Dave Fleming back with Brandon French. 8 apiece on a 1 in game 2. Way too short a return, but he gets away with it. Kovalova.
Getting low for that one.
Kovalova. Ooh, and it was Matt Wright who at 8-all pulls the trigger on a low ball. That's a tough choice there.
9-8-1.
And they're within 2 of an upset. Great take by Wright there. And a paddle clap from Arnold there.
9-8-2.
Much deeper return. Kovalova left the one before that up, and we are at match point.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's necessarily the best strategy when Lucy gets that ball not to just go cross court. When she goes to Julian, she's asking for him to speed it up.
Can they finish? And Matt Wright, just a little movement. Irvine just couldn't quite get under it.
Check the ball, has
Yeah,
to be the
like
ball there.
something. So a match point is saved. You know, and it's interesting. They want to play Arnold, but not with that ball.
That might have been a little ambitious from Lucy there.
Great job by Arnold of keeping it in safe places. Oh. And after all that, pulls the trigger. 9-10. Epic semi. I think that ball is wide.
It did appear to be going wide, but it's tough in the moment. You don't expect Matt to miss that ball either, Dave.
He absolutely missed it and got away with it. These dinks being moved all over the court.
Who's going to pull the trigger first?
And Kovalova's dink just catches the tape, but they get it back to tens. And the tension right now is palpable in this building. Unbelievable. Irvine just so precise.
Wow.
And Kovalova and Wright, with Wright going behind Irvine and then behind Arnold.
That's just a really good point by Matt right there. A lot of good shots. And Jesse played a fantastic point too.
And Matt Wright, full stare down and extended. Come on, held the note there, Brandon.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I love to see it, Dave.
Oh, I think everyone watching this wants a game 3. Not that we're cheering for anybody, but just this is so good and so emotional.
Oh, what a shot!
And Kovalova paints the line. We'll
Right
get a look at that from the truck.
line.
It looked like it landed right on it.
What a time for Lucy to come up with her best shot of the match, Dave.
We're going to keep it right here and take a look at this last ball, which, here we go. We'll rewind that back. Right on it. Right on
the center of the line.
Center cut right there. Great job by the truck.
It's a little farther on the outside line. You can call it out. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my God.
But no, just the right call there, and what a shot from Lucy.
Lucy Kovalova, who has just been under siege here. And on my scoreboard here, that match point is sitting there that is now in your head, because now you have now you're down game point all of a sudden. Like, Irvine missed a fifth over there on the match point. It happens, but you got to get rid of that and see if you can get the ball back, or we're going to have more of this. They should build an octagon around this with the way this match is going. So 11-10, Kovalova and Wright are trying to force again. Look at the just these four faces are so dialed in, better than anything I've seen in a while as far as the just emotional investment here.
This is one of our best center court matches of the day. Would you agree with that, Dave?
It is by far. And it is Matt Wright who prances up to the line to tap paddles after hitting the winner past Arnold. And folks, we're going to go 3. I know you at home wanted to see 3. And there's the paddle tap. This is something else. This is the PPA Tour at its finest. We'll be right back with Game 3. Don't go anywhere. There he goes.
Game 3.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Dave Fleming with Brandon French, and we are going to need a third game to decide this one. We'll switch sides at 6 again. We're indoors here at a Lifetime, beautiful Lifetime facility just south of downtown Charlotte, and what a match.
Yeah, it's been a tale of 2 games.
And Arnold hasn't really straddled that line at all today. Yep, you can just see him just telling himself.
That might be a little out of his lane, Dave.
It's just not one of his things. He's got so many things.
Right.
That isn't necessary. This is not the time to be inventing something.
I want to see Julian get back to good drives and just playing fast.
Yeah.
what we were talking about in game one, you know, it might not be conventional, but he'd hit the first drive, then he'd be hitting third from the middle of the court, fifths out
Yeah,
there, like,
just-
and that might be what they need to do to beat
thirds
these guys.
and fifths and sevenths. Not the recipe right there, though.
No.
1-0-1. Second serve.
Good step back attack by Arnold
Yeah,
there.
I think that's kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Rather than get that ball and ding it back to Matt, and you know, get into Matt's game, speed it up, get into your game.
Just- And the thing he's able to do with his play style is it's a heavy ball, meaning it's dipping down. That makes it harder to defend too, and as you see there, he's smart enough to let the next one go.
Right.
Oh, and Wright would have gone bananas if he made that, because Arnold played a brilliant point, and he was beat.
Matt looked as shocked as we were that he missed that ball. Really nice reset there.
And control. And it is Arnold who sneaks in once he sees a ball just a little high. You have to have anticipation. You got to be a great athlete to
Really
get
tough
there
shot.
too.
Even though he was there, it's still a really tough shot to be able to, how low that was.
And can't have two good points in a row. Talking to that Electrum.
We've had a lot of issues today, Dave, with, with Collins Electrum and Julian's.
Maybe you can see through them because they're certainly acting like it. And tape me very
Yeah,
much.
and I think even though that was lucky with the tape, I'm just not sure that's where. I don't think Matt's thinking Lucy's going to go there
No.
with that ball, right? It's not bouncing, it's in the air, it's back to, you know, right into Julian's game. You don't want to, not the shot you want to give him.
Jesse Irvine just sitting back there watching.
Just enjoying the
watching-
show. She
watching.
wants some butter for her popcorn.
That's right. Just the greatest showman. She's got Hugh Jackman just going bananas in front of her. Nice inside out. Perfect pace by Arnold there.
1-3-2.
See Arnold on the right here. Some great digs on both sides of the court there, but no damage done for Wright and Kovalova.
A lot of good shots.
3-1-1.
Wow. Obscene foot speed by Arnold there to even
We're
think
still
about
there. He
getting
needed to get the one motion going there.
Just
Scoop
sort
it
of
on over,
little-
yeah.
Get you a couple scoops of Rocky Road to go with that one. And it's Matt Wright who's able to sneak in there first. That's a big psychological point too, because it was which of the Lions was going to pounce first. And it was Wright. Okay. I don't know that I love that they put Arnold on the right side in this
2-3-1.
unstacking.
What a ball by Lucy.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I don't
know they don't
necessarily-
want to get caught, but it just, the rhythm of this is a little different.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think I'd like to see them get back to their other spot.
And that's 2 in a row where the point construction, because Lucy has seen Jessie attack her down the line hundreds of times, and she's okay with that.
3-3-1.
Matt with a little smile at Julian after that.
Uh-oh. Fifth shot lob is going to actually be a drop.
Beautiful.
Kovalova. I mean, just shut up, everybody. This is awesome. And 5-hole for the winner.
4-3-1.
And the first seeds have the lead again.
It's crazy. That was just a slow-mo winner, Dave. She didn't hit it hard, but
It's one of those where Wright didn't run to the
Yeah.
direction of his drop. I think he thought Kovalova would slide in.
and whatever he thought, Jessie knew what both of them were
Right.
going to do.
All right, so they get out of there, but they get out of there with the lead. And this match is absolutely
3-4-1.
beautiful from everything it's got going on. Kovalova just, there's the big high fist pump. Lucy has elevated her game here to get them back in the lead.
3-4-2.
Winning hands battles against Julian's not easy.
That's a ridiculous shot right there.
Yeah.
.44.
4-4-2. White.
Boy, if they could get the switch with a 2-point lead, that's just a real nice psychological place to be. Oh, not the right choice there. And Wright knows it was the wrong choice, and now it is Irvine and Arnold who flipped the momentum. So 6-4, we're going to take a quick break and be back with the end of this on Diamo on display here in Invisalign North Carolina Open. All right, welcome back to this epic semifinal. Irvine and Arnold have pulled ahead. And 2 in a row, just skimmed the net.
That's how precise you got to be out here on the PPA Tour, Dave.
Exactly right. And Kovalova takes that dink out of the air and takes time away and forces the error.
4-6-1.
Oh, and Wright got an absolute gift there.
Threw the timing off just enough off the
Just
net.
enough. Big serve for Wright there. I have no idea how he got the first ball back. This ball right here is ridiculous hands.
Yeah, I couldn't even see it. And I had 2 replays. Really good.
So hard for Kovalova as Wright takes 6 steps and then chooses not to hit the ball. She's used to it though. And once Wright saw that the ATP was not in play, he took the angle. There was no way to get the ball to Kovalova after that.
And then Julian was thinking he was going to go behind him again, started running back there, and
and we're back tied.
Andiamo!
6 apiece. Irvine to serve. Game 3.
check the paddle.
Got to look at the paddle after that. Not happy at all on that.
On kind of a serve, she's just trying to get in and get the point rolling.
Yeah, that's not even a. Wright who wins that exchange.
It has been a high-level match both ways, too. I mean, Matt just had to hit 5 put-away balls to finish the point
Love
off.
Kovalova just had to defend her body. So
we'll just
Kovalova and Wright continue with the lead now. Great job by Kovalova on that point. So that's the risk of overextending, is got to be set for the next one, and a man in motion is not a good thing usually in pickleball.
No. What consistency here from Lucy.
No. Oh, and you're going to have to write her another note.
Yeah. Yep. Well, it was great consistency till I opened my mouth.
Yes. Yeah.
6-7-1.
6-7. Game 3.
Kind of has the feeling of one of those 10-10 in the third kind of games, Dave.
I would love it. Irvine takes the angle that Kovalova gave her off the tape ball and uses it, but not too wide.
No, perfect.
Perfect ball by Irvine, 7 apiece. And that's something we haven't seen in a while. Drive and finish. And the Kovalova Onyx Premier is bouncing across the court. That tells me it's timeout time. So it's Arnold and Irvine nosing back in front, 8-7. We'll be right back. All right, folks, welcome back. Dave Fleming with Brandon French. Epic semi. Winner goes to championship Sunday. Irvine serving to Matt Wright, up 8-7.
Not much we need to say, Dave.
No.
All 4 players playing fantastic pickleball.
And that overhead stays in, and they are within 2. Remember, they had a match point in game 2. And Irvine with the drive and the shake and bake. We haven't seen that. And it is Irvine and Arnold with a match point here in Game 3.
Championship Sunday point.
Wow, controlled himself on an attackable ball there. And Kovalova is the one who says, no, I'm pulling the trigger right here. Catches paddle side hip on Arnold. Brilliant shot by Kovalova. Match point number 2 in the game and number 3 overall.
10-7-2.
That looked like a mirror image, Dave, of the last match
Wow.
point we saw last game.
So 3 have been saved.
7-10-1.
And it is Wright and Kovalova with the ball.
I get this weird feeling Matt's going to try to put this on his paddle.
Second chance to dent the lead. Kovalova so clutch. Just relentless there. Do they have 2 more in them?
I'd like to see him get at least one, Dave, just so we can get a little sweat going in the audience.
They're not sweating already. They're not human. This is unbelievable. And
Oh,
the
yeah.
net, that guaranteed rate net.
Guaranteed us 10-9.
Good patience by Kovalova there.
Well, Dave.
9-10-2.
Oh, couldn't get the 3rd down, and Arnold made him pay. Number 3.
10-9-1.
And Wright gets in there. Kept the feet out.
The
and
control
found-
there at 9-10 in the 3rd, Dave. Unreal.
And here's match point number 4 in this game and 5 overall. And we will carry on.
9-10-1.
Wow. Tens.
Hey, we did say
We wanted it.
We were thinking it was going to go to 10s, Dave.
10-10-1.
And it is Matt Wright's. Oh, was that? The ball was pushed to the side there. Look at that face. And we have match point number 1 for Wright and Kovalova. This is nuts. And Wright definitely hit an out ball there.
It's tough when you're that engaged
Yeah.
and when you're playing the mind game with the other guy too. It's you'd almost rather hit it just so you could end it like that, Dave, if you know what I mean.
I totally know what you mean. Match point number 2 for Wright and Kovalova. Oh my, Irvine.
Oh my God.
Kovalova. Oh.
Oh my. What?
Oh! Just nuts, this match. 10-11.
10-11. Wow.
Oh my.
I don't even want to say what I'm thinking over the air, Dave.
Arnold
But I looked at you and I knew you were thinking the same thing.
composes himself over here. 10-11-2. Big drive coming.
Really nice block by Matt.
Oh my. Oh my. Oh, way in.
Way in the
Way
kitchen.
in the kitchen. Way in on the slide.
And a let's go from Matt Wright, too.
And
just
a third shot at it for Kovalova and Wright. And that ball's floating.
it's the same thing we said earlier. I think that's just not the right ball from
No.
Lucy. When she's just knifing it across, Matt's getting involved more.
4 chance. Oh my, Lucy Kovalova.
What a ball to get back in it.
And on the top spin lob, it sails deep, and Matt Wright screams on Diamo at the end of one of the most emotionally charged matches we have seen on this tour, bar none.
That was fantastic, Dave. What an honor it was to call it with you, too.
I mean, he goes top spin lob, and there's the Matt Wright version of Andiamo, and the paddle tap with significant messaging behind it.
9-11, 12-10, 12-10.
Just
8-11.
epic. That's all right.
Point got across.
Point. So it'll be Kovalova and Wright playing on Sunday. Here's the last point again. I mean,
All Lucy there.
I mean, Kovalova, that ball right there is just insane. And then there's the ball off the tape. Great top spin lob, and just wasn't able to get all the way back. And Wright is talking to anybody who will listen. Folks, we all need a breather after that. So we're going to take a timeout. It's Wright and Kovalova playing on Sunday, and Arnold and Irvine are going to have to take a deep breath and scrap their way to the bronze. We'll be right back.
Well, welcome back courtside, everyone, here at the PPA Invisalign Open. I'm here with Matt Wright, Lucy Kovalova. Guys, that was a barn burner. Everyone in here, I know my hands were shaking just watching. How do you keep calm in these tense moments?
Well, I think you saw in that match we weren't entirely calm. I just tried to feed Lucy with some energy. There was some tension out there, with the opponent, and it's all good. We knew it was going to be a tight one. Jessie's always so tough. She just doesn't miss. She is so rock solid. And, we could have lost that one just as easily as we won. We got very fortunate in the end.
Well, yeah, talking about the tension, how do you deal with that? And more so, do you feed off of that?
Yeah, I like it. Just coming from a tennis background, that's pretty normal in tennis matches, college matches, right? So he's a former college player. I think he played at UCLA. And, yeah, it's kind of par for the course, not a big deal.
Well, we loved watching it. Anything like that is so fun, and the emotion of it.
I think pickleball needs a little bit more of that at times. I think it needs more energy. You need some characters. You need some excitement out there, and I think a lot of players feel that way too. And I say, well, go out there and do it. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I couldn't agree more. And talking about energy, how did you like the crowd out here watching? It's our first time in North Carolina for the PPA Tour, and the crowd was really on your side, and they were loud.
Well, crowd is awesome here. You know, this beautiful facility in Lifetime in Charlotte, and no, crowd was behind us and cheered for us hard, especially when we were coming back in a second and third game. So thank you to them, and I'm excited for Championship Sunday.
All right, guys, there's been a lot of celebrities on another note coming into the sport. I want to know who you would want to play with if you could have a celebrity partner, assuming that they were, could hit the ball.
I would take Tom Brady, I think. I wouldn't say no to him if he really wants to. So, yeah.
She didn't even hesitate. Matt?
I'd play with John McEnroe. I think he'd be phenomenal in pickleball. I'd stick him on the right with his backhand. I'd play the left, and I think we'd have a lot of fun. And I think he'd engage in some shenanigans, too, so it'd be fun.
Oh, I'm sure we could expect that from
Yeah.
John McEnroe. Guys, congratulations. We'll see you on Championship Sunday. Back over to you, Dave.